Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever live streaming of our All Humans Are Dead tabletop session. I have Steve with me. My name is Victor Santoro. I am the founder of Dr. Plutonium Games, creator of All Humans Are Dead. Steve, tell us who you are and where you're from, and how did this does this streaming find you?
Well, hi there. My name's Steve, obviously. I've only really been in the hobby for 4 months. Started out with a couple of games for my birthday and it kind of got out of control. I've found myself becoming a blogger for Zatu Games in the UK. Um, and I was initially just doing reviews, but I found myself more interested in upcoming games. And All Humans Are Dead is one of the examples of something I found that I thought was very interesting, and that's basically how we're here.
That's right. Steve, so great for you to join us and spend this time with us. And today we're going to use Tabletop Simulator to, to play the electronic version of All Humans Are Dead. This game will be launched on Kickstarter later this year, so check us out to know more information. But for just right now, we're going to start with me telling you a little bit about the game. I mean, the concept, the story. Then we're gonna go setting up the plate, setting up the tables so we can start actually playing. So All Humans Are Dead is a game that I started thinking about many years ago. I don't even care to remember how long ago it was when I started. And actually in 2017, I actually started drafting and pretty much creating some mock-ups out of cardboard paper out of my living room, and then getting some friends and family to kind of just test it out with me. But of course, I mean, that being a hobby, I couldn't devote the entire time to create that. So it took me a long time between getting on it, getting off it, between jobs, between work hours to actually get to where we are today. I'm pretty happy with the results, and I would love to hear your thoughts too, Steve. So let's jump right on it. All Humans Are Dead is a cooperative dungeon crawler adventure board game. The story is that an evil AI, which is Simon, this Simon uh, unleashed a genetically modified virus in a high-tech facility and kill everybody. So that's why all humans are dead. And it's left to cybernetically enhanced animals, which are the uplifted, to fight against this AI and survive the maze and ultimately destroy Simon, so Simon cannot upload itself to the world and kill every human on the planet. So that's the story. We start by looking at the characters that we have available. So we have 5 characters. We have Diana, and of course, every character represents an animal with special powers. Kane is an ape, medic. We have Luke, the soldier. We have Wendy, the technomancer, also a rabbit. And we have Slick, the mouse hacker. So the first thing we do, Steve, is to look around, and I'm going to give you some time to check out the characters and pick the character that you like best. If we were playing for real, the person to pick the first character would be what we call the noodly player, the person who ate noodles the most recent. So I don't know about you, Steve, but I eat noodles all the time. So, but I think I'm gonna give you the courtesy of starting this round. What do you think?
You're very kind. Last time I had noodles was Tuesday.
Oh
If
my
that,
goodness, you are absolutely competing against me in terms of your noodle game. So yeah, take a look at the characters, pick one that you like. In the meantime, I will start setting up the table, and with your permission, I'm going to kind of narrate what I'm doing here. So as I said, it's a dungeon crawling game, and the rooms are actually these little squares here. Those are the tiles, and we have some special rooms that we're going to set aside before we set up our room tile. So these are special rooms, and um, they have a very specific function, right? So the rooms on the left on my screen here, they are the S.I.M.O.N brain rooms. They are not good, right? So if you find one of these rooms on the maze, um, bad things are going to happen to you. And this is how S.I.M.O.N advances and gains, starts upgrading itself into becoming invincible. There are four of those, and they're going to be spread somewhat homogeneously um, in this uh, deck of tiles. The rooms on your right are fusion core rooms. They are represented by these green squares around them, and they do two things. One, if your character is inside one of these rooms, they're going to have access to special abilities. Each room is a different special ability. So, for instance, the factory allows you to get extra cards from the card graveyard. The reactor allows you to get some extra different level ups. The lab allows you to get extra crafting uh, abilities. And the EMP allows you to destroy some enemies around you in the maze. We're going to go more in detail about those as we play. But basically, we set aside those 8 tiles from the main pile of room tiles. And then we shuffle the rooms. We're going to split those into 4 equal piles of 10. Then we're going to merge with the 2 cards, the 4 sets of 2 cards that I had, or the 2 tiles that I had set aside. That way, we're going to have 4 piles of 12. And each of those 4 piles of 12, I'm going to have to shuffle separately. And now I have my full room stack when I pile all of those 48 tiles together. So basically what we have here is 48 rooms, including 4 S.I.M.O.N brains in 4 fusion core rooms. I said the fusion core rooms, they had 2 special things about them. One is that they allow our characters, the heroes, to, when we're inside it, we have special abilities. The other special thing about them is that we need to destroy these rooms in order to win the game. So the only way we can win and destroy S.I.M.O.N is by destroying 3 out of 4 fusion core rooms. So in order to do that, Steve, of course, you and I will have to start exploring the maze, find these green rooms, and start destroying them. There are 2 ways to destroy those fusion core rooms. One of them is with the bomb. The bomb can be crafted throughout the game, and also we can call in an airstrike. The airstrike can also be crafted throughout the game. All right, Steve. So before I proceed with the rules. Did you pick your character?
I'm quite keen on Luke with his weaponry.
Awesome. So let me show everybody what Luke is about. Okay, so Luke is a soldier. And I'm going to explain a little bit about the character card as we look at your character. So you see to the right of the character's picture, you can see a combat gauge. This is where we're going to mark our attack points. Attack points, they reset every turn. So when you increase your attack power, it's good for that turn. And when it's your next turn, it's going to reset to the minimum value. Every character has its own set of minimum and maximum attack powers. and also some additional features. So on the bottom, you can see icons. So these icons are slots that you can equip cards, right? Those are your equipment slots. The equipment that you're going to get, they need to match the slot that you're equipping the cards on. So as you can see, Luke has this icon in the middle. Those are blades. And the icon on the right, those are guns. We're going to see more about those as soon as we start drafting or drawing the equipment cards. Also on the left side, you can see columns representing the levels. You have every character has can level up to 4, and level 1 is already activated. So everybody starts with their level 1 already on, and everybody has the same denomination of level 1, which is your feral level. It's always on is your passive, so it's something that your character can use from already from the start. Every character has a different slot and feral items. For instance, I think I'm gonna play with Wendy. Wendy, as you can see, has different equipment slots. So those little round icons on the bottom, they are tools. And Wendy's attack combat gauge goes from 2 to 14. So Wendy's not as strong as Luke, but she can equip 2 tools instead of blades and guns. In addition to that, Wendy's level 1 feral level is different than Luke. Luke has more of a combat oriented skill, while Wendy has more of a resource oriented skill. So let's talk about resources for a second. So here, and you can see that we have our yard card with all of our resources and the decks. So we have 3 decks. The yellow deck is the loot deck. Then we have the monster deck, which is this red one with the tentacle. And then we have the mystery deck. These decks are going to be activated by opening specific rooms as we review that. We also have energy, our energy yard. We have our power drinks. And by the way, Steve, each one of us, we're going to have to equip 2 power drinks on our character. So go ahead and get those 2. Those are yours.
I feel like I need them in real life.
Well, I'm with you, my friend. I am with you. I am 100% with you. We also have in our scrapyard, we have our defense cubes. Defense cubes are our way to protect ourselves. So the characters will just pile some metal around them and then call that an armor. Each one of us will start with 3 defense cubes. So Steve, go ahead and grab 3 of those defense cubes for yourself. Contrary to the attack power, defense cubes don't reset on each turn. Whatever defense cubes you add to your character on your turn, if you manage to keep them until the end of the turn and not lose them, those are going to stay with you for until your next turn and going forward. So as you can start figuring the attack power and the shield cubes, the defense cubes, they're going to be how you're going to succeed in combat against the monsters that are going to appear in your monster deck. We have 2 bomb tokens, and as I said, crafting and arming bombs inside of the fusion core rooms is one way of winning the game. And we have the clear tokens. Most of the rooms with an icon in it, as soon as their encounter is resolved, we clear that room and that encounter is no more. You can also notice, Steve, that you have right to the right of your character card, you have these pieces that the piece is called Combatinator. looking like an old school pager. And these are just for us to mark our attack power for that turn. And you can rotate using the keys Q and E. There you go.
Got you. I'll get there.
Okay. Last thing about the character card, Steve, you can see on your level ups spaces that they have costs attached to them. So the main way that you can level up is by spending monster cards. So monsters, defeated monsters, you grab their card for your inventory, and you can spend those cards to level your character up, indicating experience.
Okay.
Cool. And when you do level up, you will pick one of your 4 options here from these chits. Level ups is another way that characters are intrinsically different. So each one of us will level up in a very particular specific way. So as I said, Luke is more oriented towards combat. So Luke's going to be very effective against monster and monster rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy is a more resource and movement oriented character. So Wendy's going to be able to move around more easily and also save or trade resources as needed. But even though we do have these complementary abilities, the game is still very challenging. So I will be curious to see if we're able to win it or not. Just because we're not going to need these other characters anymore, I'm just going to flip them over. But for anybody interested, we have 5 options, and more about those characters you can find out on our Kickstarter and website. Okay, Steve. Any questions before we start playing?
I think I'm with it so far.
Nice. Okay, so phase 1 of our adventure is going to be waking up in the med bay. So let's put our meeples inside the med bay. Our characters just wake up from a cryogenic sleep, and they find 15 items laying around. And this is where we start equipping ourselves. And help me with math here, Steve. Let me see. 3, 6, 9, 11. I need 4 more. 1. Is there 15? No, I don't think so.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. One more.
One more. All right, there you go. Okay, so let's flip the cards and figure out how we're gonna get out of this situation alive. All right. So starting with the noodly player, which we agreed that it's going to be you today, Steve, even though I don't even remember when I had noodles for the last time. Let me give you a rundown on the cards. The gray cards are equipment cards. And remember we said that each character has different icons to indicate what equipment they were able to equip in their slots, right? So those are the icons on the top right corner. You have your blades represented by this 4 foil here, quadrifoil, whatever. You have the guns represented by this triangle. And we don't have any tools on the table as of right now, but we for sure have tools on the deck. You know what? Did I... yeah. So starting with you. Oh, yeah. I need to explain what the yellow cards are. So yellow cards are instant noodles. So
Delicious.
every yellow card is an instant noodle. What instant noodles do, they do stuff, instantaneous stuff, right? Just like an instant noodle that we love so much. So what the noodle does instantaneously is whatever it says on the card. So for instance, this one gives you one extra action. This one will allow you to remove the monster's strength so it doesn't cause you so much harm. This one will remove monster's defense, and you can even kill it using just noodles. This one will remove drones from the board. This one will give you some more loot. This one will allow you to level up, and so on and so forth. So a couple of things about noodles. They are instantaneous and they can be played anytime. And they can be played by any player regardless of distance. So even if I'm in combat 8 tiles away from you, you can still play a noodle and help my combat or help me against my monster. We don't have to be close or adjacent or anything like that. So you can play noodles anytime. The equipment cards, on the other hand, you can only equip or unequip during your own turn. So you need to strategically select the ones that will help you the most. And also, we have some nasty infected items hiding in the loot deck. Infected items are items that you have to equip immediately if you get them, and you're not able to unequip it, and they cause you some bad stuff. So this one is going to cause your speed to be 1. Of course, we don't want to have any infected equipment on us. Thankfully, this one was reviewed on our initial stash. We don't have to get that. We can just discard it. But at some point, while we draw some loot in the future, we might get one unexpectedly, and then we have to equip it. All right, so starting with you, Steve, pick one card, and then it's me, and then it's you, and then it's me until there are no more items that we want to get.
Okay, the first one that's caught my eye is the level up noodles. I feel like I need to tell my other half about how good noodles can be for you.
Exactly.
This feels like evidence.
Oh, I bet it is. All right, so you then get that in your inventory. So that's not an equipable item. You just it's almost like you're holding in your hands, right? If we're playing cards,
Okay, yeah.
You have that card in your hands, and all of the noodles are going to be in our inventory or our hands, and some of the equipment might also find themselves in our hands. Our limit, though, is 10, so we can never have more than 10 cards in our inventory. That doesn't count the equipped cards, only the cards that we are holding in our hands.
Right.
All right, since you got the level up, I'm going to also get something that gives me evidence that noodles are good for us, which is I eat one and I get 2 loots. Look at that. All right.
See, more noodles.
Yeah, see, I can get even more noodles by eating 1 noodles. All right, your turn.
Okay, I'm looking at the blade, I think, and I'm assuming I can equip that straight away.
You can, yes.
Where am I? That's this one here. Okay.
Perfect. All right, so my character can only equip tools. There are no tools in the initial stash, so I'm gonna have to hope for the best in our first exploration there. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to get some protection against monsters here.
Okay, right. And I think I've got another slot for a gun, so I'm going to take a shotgun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Equipment can also be used for crafting, Steve. And if you just take a look at the cards on your left, we have the instruction and the support cards that come with the game. And we also have the rule book. We're not going to spend time reading the rule book. I'm just going to go ahead and teach you how to play it. But basically, when we have the physical product, we're going to have instruction and support cards. And of course, we're going to have the rule book. But these two support cards here, they're going to be showing you some more information about the rooms as we find them. So whenever we find a new room, a room that we don't know what it is, we're going to go to these support cards and read what it does. And also, this card is going to teach us how to craft stuff. So as I said, cards can also be used to not only to equip or noodles for you to eat and try to create some interesting instantaneous effect, but cards can also be traded or used for crafting. And this is a crafting table. So there are a bunch of things that can be crafted. The most important one is bomb, right? So we can and will probably craft at least one bomb using cards throughout this game, I'm hoping. All right. So since there is purpose to these cards other than just equipping, I'm just going to get one of these blades and maybe use for a future need. Now it's you.
Okay, I'll do the same thing and get something ready for crafting.
Nice. And now that you got the crossbow, I want to go over the details of the equipment cards with a little bit more in detail here. You can see, in addition to the icon and the name and the picture, you see a couple of icons here. So one icon in the middle to the left is the sword icon. So this is indicating your attack bonus if you equip this card. So as long as you have this card equipped, your attack bonus would be +2, the crossbow. You also have this icon on the middle bottom, and there are 4 types of icons that go there, and they are maneuver icons. The maneuver icons are going to be giving you leverage against monsters that are weak against that particular maneuver. How do I know a monster that is weak against this particular maneuver? The monster card will say it, weak against this maneuver. So this card not only gives you +2 attack, it also gives you leverage against weak monsters. And some other cards, let me see if I have one. Yeah, we don't have any cards with defense on them, but another icon that can appear, and I'm gonna go over it once we find one, is defense. Some equipment can give you also a defense bonus, not only attack. All right, so you got that card. Let me get this one. Now it's your turn.
Okay, let's have a look. What have we got in the noodles section?
Yeah.
You have to forgive me. Occasionally my eyes are terrible. Okay, I'll go for the 1 extra action.
Nice. So speaking of actions, Steve, each of us, when it's time for us to take actions, each of us will have 2 actions per turn. So you start, and then I start, and then it's Simon, and then all over again. So that's the turn sequence. Let me get this one. Okay, we're almost done with our initial stash. Only 4 more to go.
I think I'll take the monster losers 5 in case we come across anything too difficult.
Okay. You know what? Let me get this one just in case I get infected. This is my remove 1 infected equipment from the game.
I'll take 1 more card for crafting.
Nice. You can also equip this one instead of the shotgun if you like, because as you can see, they have the same attack power, but the sniper rifle offers an additional benefit as in the form of a maneuver.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay. I think I'll do a quick swap.
Nice. All right, and then I'm going to get this last noodle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. My hand is nearly full, and nobody wants the infected, so you're not obligated to take it for yourself. So
We'll
just
give it a miss.
go ahead and discard it. The rectangles, of course, there are graveyards, are discard piles. All right, so there we are, waking up in the Mad Bay, just waking up from a cryogenic sleep. And now we have to do 3 things in each of our turns. The turn sequence is also the reason for one of our support cards. The first thing we do is tick-tock. Tick-tock, if there's an armed bomb, the fuse is going to, it's kind of a countdown. So as soon as we have a bomb, I'm going to explain more how that works. But there are no armed bombs, so we can skip right through it. The second stage is get ready. Get ready is when we equip, unequip cards. We trade if we want to trade. By the way, to be able to trade with me, Steve, we have to be in the same room.
Right.
So, but we're already fully equipped. We already have everything we need for our adventure. So I think we are ready. And the number three, oh no, I'm sorry. Get ready. Also have a very important step, which is prepare. So you can only prepare attack or defense in on each turn, right? So if you choose to prepare attack, you're going to add up all of your sword bonuses to the base number in your attack, and that's going to be your attack power. If you decide to prepare defense, your attack is going to stay the minimum value, and then you're going to build up your defense cubes. So, what do you think you should prepare for right now, Steve?
I'm ready to attack.
Okay, let's prepare attack. So, your total swords are going to be +3 from here, +3 from here, +3 from here. So you have a +12. I'm sorry, +9. Since your minimum is 3, you go all the way to 12.
Let's see if I can see.
Nice.
Put that in the right spot. It looks about right. There we go. Perfect. Thank you.
All right. So you have an attack 12 and you have a defense of 3. If your defense cubes go to 0, you're dead, right? You don't stay dead because this is not that kind of game. It's not a permadeath kind of a game. You can just respawn right at the med bay, but you do lose your turn.
Okay.
And you also lose any equipped items that you might have. So although death is not permanent, it sucks. So we don't want to die. All right, so you did get ready, and now according to our turn sequence, the third stage of your turn is going to be do something. Do something means execute 2 actions, or 3 if you have like a card like this to give you extra actions, which in that case you can execute 3 actions, but normally you're going to execute only 2. The very basic action that everybody starts with is the move action. So pretty much our characters can only walk around and explore the dungeon. As we evolve, get more levels, we have these level ups chits here with some white text or black text against white backgrounds. Those are our special actions. Right now, the only actions you have is pretty much move. So when you move, Steve, you will look at your current room situation. You can see that every room has hallways, right? So you can see this room has 4 openings, and therefore you can exit this room through any of these openings. And when you do, you instantly reveal and enter one of the 48 room tiles that we have. So pick one side for you to leave from through, and then let's reveal a room there.
Okay, I think I'm ready to head westwards.
Awesome. So pick one of these room tiles and put it in there or on there. Let me rotate so we have the snapping properly. And now you flip it. Use the key F key. There you go. Oh man, seriously? All right, so this is very unlucky of us. So basically
Great start.
yeah, not great. So this is basically the S.I.M.O.N brain room. This is exactly what our enemy is wanting us to do. Review more of these rooms so we can level up. You know what? There was one thing that I never went through throughout this entire explanation, which is S.I.M.O.N. How does S.I.M.O.N play, right? So let's go over that real quick right now before S.I.M.O.N actually does something. So we have four S.I.M.O.N versions. We have a version for playing solo, a version for playing with 2 to 3 players, a version for playing 4 to 5 or 5 hard. Obviously, we're gonna be using this one. It's just the two of us, Steve. So I'm not wanting to have any more bad luck tonight.
See how we go.
So Simon starts at level 0, and this little brain here is the progress indicator. Simon's sole purpose is to upgrade to its maximum. When it upgrades to its maximum, it's game over for us. It uploads itself to the internet and to the servers of the world, and all the humans on the planet are destroyed. So we need to do everything in our power to prevent Simon from upgrading all the way and do it fast, because at some point Simon's going to start picking up speed and gaining powers more rapidly. And also, as you can see here, each new level that Simon upgrades to, it can get access to a new ability, and it's going to execute its powers using drones that are going to be deployed on the board. More about that in a few minutes, as soon as we have any drones deployed, which, because of your noodle habits, Steve, it's right now. Oh, man. All right, so Simon starts with 2 drones pre-assembled in the assembly line, and one thing that happens when we review one of these Simon brain rooms is that 5 things happen. So the 5 things that do happen are represented in this support card here. So I'm going to uh, read it for us. So we are executing all of Simon's actions. So Simon Brain, these rules are found throughout the maze. When it appears, active player revealing it must execute the sequence below. Not an option. Um, Number 1, advanced 1 Simon upgrade. So it was level 0. So I'm going to up 1. It's now level 1. The next thing Simon's going to do is deploy all drones from the assembly line into the revealed room. So there were 2 drones in the assembly line. That's how we start the game. I kind of forgot that during setup, but here we are. Those 2 drones are going to be deployed inside of the room that you just reviewed. So boom.
Excellent.
We have we have Steve. Actually, we have Luke. We have the Simon Brain Room, and we have 2 drones freshly assembled, deployed into those rooms, into that room. What else happens there, Steve? We remove all cleared tokens from the board. There are none, so nothing to do here. Uplifted walking into this room loses the rest of their turn. So you got kind of shell shocked by seeing Simon's brain, and you just can't do anything anymore this turn. The last thing that happens is only applicable for 3 to 5 players, so we're going to skip that. But if we were playing with one more person, then your character was going to devolve. Devolve is when you start building up feral levels and you start losing control of your character because Simon takes control of your mind. I know it's a lot. It wasn't supposed to start with the Simon brain, but bear with me, Steve, because there are much more to come. So, any questions so far?
Plunging. We might as well be plunged in the deep end. What a brilliant opener.
You know it. You know it. All right. So, any questions so far?
No, I think I'm following it quite well, actually.
Nice. So, because you lost the rest of your turn, now it's me. The drones are just going to stay there. They pose no direct risk for you yet. The role of these drones on the board is really to execute Simon's commands and do Simon's bidding in order to advance its own programming. So Oh, somebody joined our game, I guess. All right, so as you can see, Simon's going to have additional skills the over the course of its evolution. I think we have a guest. Let me just see if I can. Yeah, I don't think I can change the number of players. I'll invite this guy to play with us later, maybe another time. All right, so it's my turn. So I'm going to be TikTok. There's no bomb, so nothing to do here. Then get ready. I will prepare nothing. There's nothing for me to prepare. I will just put my combatonator here and hope for the best. I have 3 defense cubes. I have an attack of 2, and I have big hopes for myself. I'm going to walk in the opposite direction because I know what looks like. Okay, so Steve, let's take a look at this room. So what you have here are a few pieces of information. So you have a room with an icon, which is an encounter. This is a monster icon. We're gonna have a combat now. I am.
Okay.
This side of the room is a wall. Characters cannot go through walls. Drones can. We also have a couple of icons here on the corners, and those are explosives. So whenever there's an explosion next to that room, this room is going to be also blown up in response to. So what I have to do now is immediately draw a combat card, and then I will be involved in combat. And I'm going to go through this in detail so you can understand how combat works. And combat has pretty much 3 stages. First, you identify initiative. Can you move your mouse just a little bit, Steve? Yeah, there you go. So on the top right corner, we have these red dice-shaped numbers, and they are supposed to represent our speed. So my character speed is 3, and the monster speed is 4. That indicates the monster is faster than me, and it's going to attack first. So this is the first thing we do, is we check initiative. The combat in this game, in All Humans Are Dead, is a 1-round combat, which means there are no multiple attack, defense sequences. It's only one attack for the faster side, and if this lower side survives, there's one counter attack. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the monster attacks first. Can you see the weakness indicator? So
Yes.
this monster is weak to the skull maneuver. If I had a skull maneuver equipped on any of my levels or equipment, I could force one of these 3 attributes of the monster to become 1. So I could force its speed to be 1, or its attack to be 1, or its defense to be 1. Either way, I have no maneuvers whatsoever, so I cannot exploit their weakness. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
In this case, the monster is going to go full attack on me, and there's very little I can do. Except I do have. Oh, also there is. You can see on the bottom. There's some monster have some skills, and this one prevents me from using my power drinks. What are these power drinks good for, you ask? The power drinks can up your attack or speed or defense by 3. So you can discard one power drink and your speed is +3, or your attack is +3, or your defense is +3 cubes, whatever you want. But once you discard it, those power drinks don't come too easily. So it's one of the resources that are hardest to recoup. All right. So what I'm going to do is strategically here, I could just choose to not do anything and die because this monster is going to attack me with 5 attack power, and I only have 3 defense shields. So it's going to kill all of my shields, and then I'm going to run out of shields. My character is going to die. There won't be any punishment for me other than me losing my turn because I have no equipped items. But I just hate the idea of dying on my very first turn. So a couple of things that I could do is discard one of these items and be the first to attack, because I would discard a power drink to increase my speed to 6 and then gain the initiative and then kill the monster who only has 2 defense powers or defense shields against my measly 2 attack powers. So as you can see, Steve, we compare your current attack power with the monster's defense power to see who wins. One other thing I could do is play one of my noodles. So I could play -3 shields on the monster, and the noodle becomes, because it's instantaneous, the noodle then kills the monster before it can even attack me. So I have these two. Strategies that I could play. To me, I'd rather spend noodles because noodles can I can pretty much have noodles throughout the entire game than power drinks. Power drinks are kind of hard to come by. So I'm gonna play this card. Therefore, the noodle kills the monster. Therefore, I get the card. That monster is a card in my inventory. Steve, questions about the combat sequence?
If the if it doesn't resolve either way, so you're still alive, the monster's still alive, does that monster remain in the location?
Great question. So let's say that I didn't have any noodles and I didn't have any power drinks and the monster killed me. The monster gets discarded and the room is not cleared. So the icon remains active, but the monster is gone.
Right.
The monster card just goes to the discard pile. And if you happen to go in that room again, you draw a fresh new monster.
Right.
So
Right.
this particular monster is gone, but the monster icon is active, and that's going to trigger another combat if you get into that room again. Was that your question?
It's answered another question. But I was wondering, let's say there's an example where you're still alive at the end of the combat and the monster's still alive.
That's a tie.
Yeah. Does that monster just stay until your next round?
That is a great question. No, the monster also goes away. The monster just flees if there's a tie.
Mm-hmm.
You stay in the room. The room is cleared, but there is no more monster. So it is a tie. You just shoot the monster away. You didn't get any cards, so that's your punishment, right? So you may have spent some resources,
right, yeah.
you didn't get any cards, but that you do clear the room because at least there has been a combat there.
Right. Got it.
Great questions. So now that I've killed the monster with my -3 shields noodle, which is the mild curry, I discard the mild curry. So this goes to the graveyard. I get the monster card for myself. And here, see if you can witness the miracle of leveling up. So I just got the monster, and anytime on my turn, on your turn, except during combat, I can discard whatever the cost is for the next level, in this case, 1, and then I can level up. So let's go ahead and discard this monster, and let's pick one of the 4 options I have. So I have these 4 options here. So I can um, get a wormhole, which allows me to move instantly anywhere. I can get a portal, which allows me to move drones anywhere. Or I can unlock a third slot for my equipment, or I can get attack and defense for free. I'm gonna get attack and defense for free, man. I'm not lucky with these equipments, so I'm not a fool. So all right, I got some attack and defense. This is not gonna help me now because I already went through my get ready phase, but this is gonna help me for next turn. So far, so good.
Do upgrades, are they permanent? Do you lose them if you die?
No, don't lose if you die. They're permanent until the end of the game, or if we're playing with 3 to 5 players, S.I.M.O.N could devolve us, and the devolve maneuver or the devolve um, um, incident is when you walk into a S.I.M.O.N brain room while playing with 3 to 5 players, and what you do is you flip your level, and all of a sudden you no longer have attack and defense. You're mind control.
Right.
Thankfully, this is not going to happen on my watch because we're playing with 2 people. But yeah, we retain the levels if we die. Yes. Okay. Listen, Steve. I don't know about you, man, but I feel myself incredibly vulnerable without any items. So I'm just going to discard my salty moss noodles to get some more loot. How about that? So I got 2 additional loot. Whoa, I think I hit the jackpot.
Good noodles.
All right, so now I have 7 cards, but I can discard this one and get 3 more. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3. Nice. So 1 more noodle. This one also removes some drones. I finally got a tool, and I got some additional equipment, or maybe crafting recipes later. Very cool, man. It's all of that I accomplished in one action. So it was pretty much a combat, and then a level up, and then I spent 2 instant noodles, which are not actions; they're just instantaneous stuff. And now I finally cleared the room. If you were to walk past this cleared room, nothing would happen. So you would not fight a monster again. But I still have 1 action, so I decide to move again. And I got 2 more items. And now it's a problem because I think I ran out of space here. I only have 1 more space, and I got 2 cards, so I'm going to have to discard one of them. I'm gonna use my action card. I'm gonna use my action card, and instead of discarding something, I'm just gonna do something. I'm gonna move 1 more time. Maybe I can find something interesting. All right, so I'm discarding my +1 action card. I'm getting 1 more action. Instead of 2, I get 3. Oops.
I definitely went the wrong way.
You certainly did, man. You certainly did. As you can see, I also cleared the treasure room, right? The loot room. So I'm gonna keep walking. Nothing else for me to do but have a stroll through the dungeon. And there you go. Another loot. So my plans were to, let me just do this. My plans were to spare having to discard 1 card, but apparently I'm gonna have to discard it anyway. Yeah, so that's how it sounds. So I'm gonna pick 1 of these cards to discard, and I'm gonna clear the room. Just gonna show everybody what the rooms look like. So this one has no explosives in it. There's one loot icon, therefore I grabbed one loot card. And there's a wall on top and three corridors. And this one here, which is the room that I just came from, has four open hallways, explosives, and two loot icons. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. What do you think about that?
Oh, good move. Yeah.
Yeah, so this card, instead of just discarding randomly something and increasing the pile of garbage somewhere in some corner, I'm going to use the acid thigh noodles, which allows me to get rid of two drones on the board. So there's the two fresh drones, they're just sleeping or waiting for instructions. I'm going to kill them before they can even do anything. All right, so we
Quick,
have zero drones on the board.
a
Yes.
quick question. If it had gone to my turn and you hadn't got rid of the drones, would I have had to deal with them? Do I have to attack them in that case?
So there is in the beginning of the game, the drones pose no direct threat to our characters by passing by them.
Mm-hmm.
Later in the game, as Simon acquires the hack and slash skill, which is the fourth one, right before it wins the game,
Yeah.
is when drones start attacking us directly, and then they can cause us harm, and they can remove our defense shields or even kill us.
Right.
Until then, the Simon's strategy is pretty much to replicate. So he
Mm-hmm.
wants to have as many drones on the board as he can, because one way Simon can win the game is by deploying all of the 15 drones on the board. That way, we get overwhelmed by drones, and then Simon has its way. The other way that Simon strategically can dominate the game is by replicating and then having the drones take over the rooms and starting open new rooms and trying to review more Simon brain rooms. The more Simon brain rooms are reviewed, the more Simon's going to level up, and the closer it's going to be to winning the game. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
it is Simon's intention to explore the maze for its own benefits.
So it's in our best interest to get rid of drones if we can.
If we can, yes.
Yeah.
Another skill that is pretty early on, that's going to be on in Simon level 2, Disarm, pretty much gets the drones to disarm any bombs that we might craft and arm in their vicinity. So we need to be strategic when we craft a bomb to make sure that there are no drones around to disarm it.
Got you.
Okay, so I got my 3 actions. That's all for me, and now it's Simon. So Simon has pretty much the number of actions it does pretty much depends on its level. And we always start from bottom up. So the first action Simon has is assemble. So the assemble action is pretty much get one drone from the drone yard and add it here. So why don't you do the honors, Steve?
Okay, pop them in there.
There you go. Right, so now Simon has one drone in the assembly line, and now the number 1 activity is explore. So let me explain to you a little bit about the iconography here of the Simon actions. So the explore command means that 2 drones, which is the number that you see on the bottom right corner of that drone picture, anywhere, so 2 drones anywhere on the board will move up to 3 spaces towards the nearest edge of the board. And then they will review one room. So each of the 2 will review one room. So they're going to review 2 rooms. If there are no drones to be moved, if there are no drones to move, then we repeat the past command, which is assemble. So in this case, there are no drones to be moved. So it's going to assemble another one. So go ahead and add another one to the assembly line. Okay, so if there were at least one drone on the board, it was going to review one room next to it. And that's it. This is all S.I.M.O.N does. Why? Because S.I.M.O.N has only level 1 so far. So it only does 2 actions. Once it's level 2, it's going to be doing 3 actions, and so on and so forth. All right, so S.I.M.O.N's gone. S.I.M.O.N is done. Now it's your turn, Steve.
Okay, I think I remembered I've got one of these noodles. It's going to give me a level up. I think it's this one. So I'll play this now.
Awesome.
I'll discard the card first. It's going to take me a little while to get my head around this. Get rid. And I need to choose a power up.
Yes.
Ooh. I'm thinking indecisive. Wonder if this might be a bit more useful. So
Okay.
choose the option to get rid of any drones that appear in the rooms.
Yes. All right. So from now on, if there are drones in your room, you can just spend one of your actions to get rid of it. Use might.
Okay.
Good. So you just discarded one noodle, which doesn't cost you any actions. It's just an instantaneous thing that you do. And now, in terms of your turn sequence, since there are no bombs, first thing is to get ready. So don't forget to reset your combatonator to the minimum. Your shields remain the same unless you increase it. Now you have to select whether you want to prepare attack or defense.
I think I'll stick with attack again.
Nice. So you have the same +9, so you go all the way back to 12. Nice.
Okay, we're there.
Perfect. And now you have 2 actions. It's your do something stage.
Okay, we'll have a bit of movement.
All right. So just notice that you need to rotate the room because you can't pass through walls, and this room has 3 walls and 1 opening. So you need to rotate all the way. Yeah, there you go. So you just found one of our fusion core rooms. So as I said, Steve, the fusion core rooms, they have 2 important functions in the game. One is they offer some special abilities that you can find here on this special room support card here. This particular room can get rid of drones all around it. So you can get rid of drones in adjacent rooms and inside. You just spend 1 action, all of the drones around you are gone.
Right.
Also, as a second special, very important thing that this room does for the game is to be destroyed. So once we destroy this room, we're 1 out of 3 to kill S.I.M.O.N.
So at the moment, is there anything I can do in this room?
The EMP is not going to be useful because there are no drones around.
Yeah. So
we can go ahead and start like set up a bomb to destroy it right now before it's too late. Or you can just leave it and keep walking and trying to find other stuff. Do you have means to destroy it now? I don't think so. I don't think you do.
I don't think we've got much at the moment, so we're probably going to have to explore it further.
That is true.
Right. I think my next move will be back to the brain.
Yeah. Since this brain has already been activated, nothing happens with you anymore. It's just new brains that you find. So you walked in, you walked out, you spent your 2 actions. Anything else, Steve?
I think we will use a noodle just to get an extra action because we don't seem to have done too much this time.
I'm with you,
See
man.
if we can find something else. So I'm going to go this side.
All right, finally some action.
Seems a bit more interesting. Here we go.
Now you just found a monster encounter, so you draw one monster card.
Okay.
Whoops.
Oh, hey, I've brought everything over. Back
Oh,
you
that
go.
wow! You look who's feeling great about themselves today.
I'm going to take them all on at once.
Give me 1 second, Steve. Can you put it back? I think
Yeah, yeah.
just to make sure that I shuffled it.
There we go.
All right, go.
Great. There we are. Pop it here just so we can see what we got.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, can you bring it closer to your card so we can see both side by side and look
Yes.
at your strategy? Yeah.
Pop it about here. About
Yeah.
here.
There you go.
There we are. Oh god.
Okay, so let's analyze the situation here. You have 12 attack, you have 4 speed, and you have 3 defense. The monster also has 4 speed. And I didn't tell you this before because I didn't want to freak you out, but monsters win ties.
Okay.
So monster is going to attack first, and he has 16 attack power. So it's going to pretty much remove you from existence, as we say here in Florida, man. So what are you going to do?
Have a panic attack. Let's have a look what we got. I don't think that's going to help me very much.
Nope.
Is it worth using a power-up drink this early on to get my speed up?
I think that's definitely the strategy I would probably take because I was looking at my own cards just to think, can I help Steve get out of this mess? But my biggest, my most powerful noodle is a -5, and the
Yeah.
monster is going to survive that because it has 9 shields. So nothing I do is going to stop this rhino from pretty much trampling you. So I would use one power drink to increase my speed and kill it before it can even do anything to you. Does that make sense?
Yes, we'll definitely take that tactic, I think.
Yes, exactly. So you use the power drink, you increase your speed to 7, so now you're faster than the monster. And then because you have 12 attack and the monster only has 9 defense, you kill it. Card is yours.
Oh boy.
So one thing that also happens when you kill a monster is that you get tired, right? So the representation of you getting tired is your combat gauge goes back the exact number of shields that you had to overcome. So 12 minus 9 is 3. You're back to minimum.
Yeah.
At least you're alive.
We made it. Just
in time. All right. So let me discard this little guy here. Back to the energy yard. And you don't forget, whenever you encounter a monster, also you clear the room.
Okay. Oops.
Let me help you out. There you go.
Great. We're clear.
Okay, so it's my turn, and I have no bombs, so no TikToks today. And my get ready is going to be I want to equip some stuff. I finally have some equipment. And remember, I said the maneuvers could be in different flavors and shapes and sizes. So here is a skull maneuver, and I think you have the target maneuver. So we can, in this case, I would have been able to exploit that monster's weakness. The other one, not the rhino. The rhino wasn't weak to anything, I think. But I cannot equip this one. I can only equip these freaking handcuffs, so it's gonna have to do. And I can also equip, let me see, on a wire. Lucille. Yeah, I'm gonna equip Lucille. Any Walking Dead fans out there?
Oh yeah, we know Lucille.
Shout out. Okay, so I equipped these two items in my get ready phase, and now I have to choose whether I'm going to equip or to prepare attack or defense. Quick note on the equipment cards once again. So you see the bottom right or the bottom left icons can also give me bonus defense. So I can also get bonus defense from cards. And also, see, can you see these chopper icons here on these two cards?
Yeah.
This is the second way to destroy fusion core rooms, the green rooms that we need to destroy to win the game. So you can either craft a bomb inside of one of those rooms and wait for it to go off, which takes 3 turns, or you can order an airstrike. The airstrike is instant, but it requires 4 of these chopper icons here. So you have to discard 4 of those chopper icons to order an airstrike, but then boom, the room is destroyed immediately. So these are valuable game ending cards that we definitely need more of.
Right.
All right, so I equipped my 2 cards. I'm going to prepare defense. I have +3 from my skill, for my level, and I have +5 for my card, so the total is +8. So I'm gonna grab 8 new cubes here for my characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I am pretty much a walking tank. Okay, so I got ready. Nothing else to do. I am going to do something, and I have 2 actions. So, Steve, notice that this room, although the exit is clear, the entry to the next room is a wall, so I cannot go there.
Yeah.
So I can either go to the mad bay or I can go back to this clear room here. Either way, I lose 1 action just walking with no effect. So I walk 1, that's 1 action. And I'm going to walk 1 more and open a new room here. And that's going to be my second and last action, hoping for the best. Nice. Remember I said we can call an airstrike?
Yes.
Guess where we need to call an airstrike from?
This is handy.
Yeah, so these helipads are the rooms that allow the airstrikes to be called. So now we can call out airstrikes from the helipads. And that's all I can do, Steve. Now it's S.I.M.O.N. All right, so let's check S.I.M.O.N. up. So it's going to, as I said before, it's going to act from bottom up. So it's going to start from 0, assemble 1. So Steve, do the honors, assemble 1 more, please.
Getting one of our little drone friends.
Nice. Whoops, I think I powered them up. Oh man. Remember what I said about the invisible magnets?
Very sticky.
Yeah, they're kind of sticky. Yeah. And then action number 1 is going to be explore. There are no drones to explore on the board because we got rid of them the last time. So what it's going to do instead is, if 0, then assemble 1 more.
So we need 1 more.
Something more very interesting is going to happen now, Steve. So go ahead and get that extra drone in the assembly line. Okay, so first, this last position here can only be assembled if there is a room with a yellow shield already revealed. And there is, because Steve did us the favor of revealing a S.I.M.O.N. brain.
Yes, I did.
So we can assemble the 4th. And when we do assemble the number 4, then we are going to deploy all 4, and S.I.M.O.N. is going to upgrade again. So let's go ahead and assemble all 4. It needs to be inside of a yellow shielded room. If you have multiple yellow shielded rooms, you can the players can choose where the drones go to, but they have to go in all together. So they all go together to that room.
Okay.
S.I.M.O.N. gets a +1. S.I.M.O.N. gets another upgrade. So what I said, Steve, is that Simon's going to start picking up speed pretty soon, and that's it, man. We are there, and we barely scratched the surface, so we better.
it's, it's going well so far.
It's going very well. It's going very well. Okay, so that's Simon's. That's these are Simon's two actions, and next turn it's going to have three actions.
Okay.
All right, so it's you, Steve. Your turn.
Let's move up here.
Before you move,
Oh,
yeah, remember you have to get ready.
oh, apologies. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. I think again I will stick with the 3+3+3, my attack. Oh, nearly there. That'll be me. Right. And now let's see where we're going. Two monsters from the looks of it.
Yes. So this is the double monster room. So you're going to draw two monster cards, but you're only going to fight one, and then you get the other, and you fight the other in sequence.
Okay.
So you're not going to be able to rest and prepare between combats. You're going to have to fight both. All right. So apparently you got the Yomamba. Yomamba is an aberration with 4 speed, 6 attack, and 5 defense. It's as fast as you, again, so it's monster wins dice in terms of speed. So it is going to attack first unless you do something, see?
Oh boy.
And if it does attack, it's going to hit you with a 6, and you only have 3 defense.
In this instance, I wonder if it's worth using some chicken flavored noodles to bring his power down by 5.
I will do you one better. If you ask for help,
Help.
yeah, you can call 1-800-HELP, my friend, and then I can use this card for against your monster, and then
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
yeah, my noodle pretty much eats through its defenses. You know, these noodles are very healthy, right?
They're the best thing. Everybody should have
you
more.
just pour one on top of one of these monsters, and it's melting away, man. All right, so it's killed by the noodle, so the -5 instantly kills the monster. There's not even a combat, right? So monster dies instantly. You get the card, and I discard the noodle.
So even though you've played the noodle card, that
It's
becomes
it's your combat. So
because we're in a cooperative game.
yes, so
Yeah.
that's what I meant when I said cooperative. So it's really
great.
cooperative. All right, so you clear that room. Oh no, you didn't clear the room because it's a plus. It's a ×2. So
Okay,
now you're going to fight your second monster. And
Come on, something nice and small this time would be acceptable.
All right, you got the alpha dog, which has speed 5, which is faster than you, 4 attack and 3 defense. But did you notice anything?
Is it the weakness?
Yes, it's weak against something that you have here. You do have a maneuver that this monster is weak against. So when that happens, you, the combating player, gets to pick one of the monster's attributes, speed, attack, or defense, and that becomes 1. So what do you want it to be 1?
It would be beneficial for the speed to be 1 because then I would attack first.
Absolutely, yeah. So henceforth, the speed is 1. Therefore, you attack first. You attack it with a 12 attack power against the 3 defense. You kill it.
Sorry, Alpha Dog. Your time is up.
Your time is up, and you're no more than a beta now. And don't forget, you get tired by reducing 3 points. Just 3. Just 3 because you are...
Oh, just 3, of course, yeah.
Yeah, you just use 3 of your attack points to...
Further down. Think about that.
Nice. All right, so you did only 1 action, and you already killed 2 monsters, so good job. Don't forget to clear the room.
Let's move him out the way a bit, and I'll put the color clear on. Okay, let's go north.
Oh, okay. So two things. Let me show the card or this tile. So this tile is a tile with three open hallways, one locked door uh, to the north. This is also an explosive room, and it has an icon that's a turret. So the turrets cause 5 instant damage to whoever's getting in it. So you just took 5 damage to the head.
That's what I get for sticking my nose on where it doesn't belong.
But that's not damage in attack power. That's damage in defense.
Apologies, yes. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm in trouble.
You may be in trouble. There is one way out that you could discard another power drink and get your defense up before it goes down. And then you survive without losing your items. Or, up to you, if you don't want to discard your power drink, you can lose your items instead. Either way, you're going to lose a bunch of shields.
Let's drink up.
Drink it up, man. So by drinking it up, you get your shields +3, so it becomes 6. But the turret immediately gets 5 of your shields down, so it damages for 5. So you end up with 1 shield.
Okay.
Did anybody tell you needed to have a master's in math for this game, Steve? No, right?
It is keeping the brain going.
Well, that's what my old man says. All right, so you survived. So the only thing you lost was your pride and 1 power drink.
Okay.
That's fine. Don't forget to clear the room because we don't want to step into that thing again.
So this room's now done as well.
This room is going to be cleared. The turret has done its job and pretty much nearly killed you. Okay, so you got your 2 actions, and now it's my turn. No bombs on. Get ready. I was thinking that one of us could go into the MP and get rid of all of these drones at the same time.
Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot about that.
It's going to take me 2 turns, though, because 1, I'm going to walk 2, and 1 more, I'm going to walk here. Oh, yeah. Our admin, thanks, Sandra, just reminded me that there's a locked door here, you see? Steve?
Oh, yeah, I see that.
So we just need to rotate, just make sure that you were able to actually get through it.
Yeah, that's exactly the way it was, of course.
Yes. Who said it wasn't? All right, cool. So what am I doing? Okay, I'm going to open this room, and I'm going to go up to get access to the EMP. But before, let me prepare. And this time, I'm going to prepare attack. I have enough shields. So my attack is +6, +2, so it's 8. I get a 10. I think I'm ready for anything that comes my way. Famous last words.
Yes.
I knew it. All right, so not only am I going to have a double combat, I'm also not able to walk north anymore. So
everything's going
I
according
guess
to
joke's on me, man. I guess joke's on me. Famous last words indeed. All right, so let's see what Santa brought me. All right, I have a T-1001. Speed is 4. It's weak against the target maneuver. Attack 8, defense 11. And I am screwed. Oh, man. All right, the only thing I can do really is crap. You can't help me, I don't think. All right, I'm gonna discard one of these. Let me think here. If I discard one for speed, I'm still not killing it because I only have 10 attack. And this mother trucker has 11 defense. Oh, man. Let me see if there are any special crafting recipes that I can use in our in today's episode of Crafting with Victor. Oh, level up, win. Okay, I could win a combat if I had that combination of one monster card and a pile drink, which I don't. So, all right, no luck there.
In this instance, am I able to give you a monster card, or does that not
No,
count?
the only
Right.
thing you can do is play noodles
Okay.
across space and time. Noodles are obviously, we both know that noodles are, I mean, transcendental entities, and they can
Absolutely.
pretty much, yeah, they can pretty much act at a distance, spooky action at a distance, I would say.
Quantum noodles.
There's not going to be any easy way here, so I'm going to survive, but not without a lot of sacrifice. I'm going to take two power drinks.
Whoosh.
Let me think. No, I'm going to take. I don't know. I'm going to take one power drink and I'm going to let it hit me, but with -5. So it's going to hit me with 3, right? Can you
Okay.
see the modifier here, right? So it's going to hit me with 3. I'm going to lose 3 shields. And this power drink I'm going to drink is for attack purposes. So I'm going to up 3 points my attack power. And now I can kill it. I'm going to use my whole freaking attack power for that, but I still kill it. So that's what I do. This has been a costly combat, and it's not even over yet.
That was a tough. Oh yeah, you got another one.
Yeah, I got another one coming. Okay, this one. Darn it. It's also going to attack me first. And it's 6 attack. I can take it,
Okay.
but
You
I
can tough
cannot
it out.
kill it. Are you? Can you use that?
I think you could
Yes, please.
use a bit of that.
Okay, thank you. So I only lose 1 shield, and then I have to drink another power drink for my attack power to go +3. And now that it's 5, now I can kill it. Okay, so I was able to, with some help from the friends and from a lot of power drinks, survive and actually accrue 2 monsters.
That was a
So
tough battle.
I'm going to use both of those monsters to pretty much level up right now. I don't spend any actions leveling up, so it's just a free thing that I can do. And the only time that I can't do it is during a combat. Now that the combat's over, I'm good to go. So I spend 2 monsters, I get another level up. And this time I want to move instantly. I just got the teleport wormhole. Now that I have the teleport wormhole, I don't have to wait anymore or to walk around the dungeon anymore. Just teleport into the EMP. So this is what I'm going to stay. And I'm going to get rid of the drones. And let's talk strategy a little bit here, Steve, because as S.I.M.O.N progresses, we're going to have to stop the action for a couple of minutes and discuss strategy. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. See if you agree. I'm thinking that from here, I'm going to explode the EMP, or I'm going to turn on the EMP, get rid of all the drones. I can't do it right now because I'm ran out of actions. But next turn, I get rid of all the drones that are around us, and then at the same time, or right after, I I craft one bomb inside. I do have the materials to craft one bomb, which, according to our crafting recipes, is one blade, one tool, and one gun. I do have one of each. So I'm going to discard the blade, the tool, and the gun that I have. There you go. Here. Boom. Once I'm inside, I'll discard the 3, and then I will create that bomb. Um, that's the plan. What do you think?
Solid plan. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Awesome. Awesome. So now that I've done my thing, now it's S.I.M.O.N's turn. So first, assemble. Steve, you're an expert in assembling, so help me out here.
Okay, here we go.
Cool. And now it's going to explore. Now it does have drones to explore. So 2 drones anywhere are going to walk up to 3, and then each one is going to review 1 room. So let's say that this one walks here, this one walks here. So let's review 2 rooms. And there you go. All right, this one reviewed the monster room. And this one reviewed a dead end. Okay, so that's the explore command. Now it has disarm. There are no bombs armed, so instead of disarming, so whenever there's no bomb in range, so here's the command. Let me read it out to you. So one drone in range of a bomb is going to walk up to 3 rooms towards the bomb and try to disarm it. If the bomb has 2 or more defense cubes on top of it, which is how we count the fuse, then it's disarmed. If it has only 1, it's not disarmed, and the bomb goes off. Because there's no bomb in range, it's going to do the next best action, which is explore again. So 1 drone is going to explore. Let's say it's this one. It's going to explore here. All right, so that's Simon's action, and now it is Mr. Steve.
Right then. Oh, hang on. Let's see if we can make sure I'm remembering what I'm doing in which order. So we need to reset. I've just realised I've got these monsters sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
I could have upgraded.
Yeah, you can upgrade to level 3. You spend 2 monster cards, and you have your level 3.
Okay, I'm assuming it doesn't really matter which monster cards.
It doesn't. It might if the monsters have any additional powers that they can give you, but none of these do. So
these don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Let's have a look and see what powers we've got. Could be useful. So we use. Oh, hang on. Okay, I'll stick with this one because I'm assuming that this will give me an extra 2 defense at all times.
Oh, yeah. This is going to help in your defense for sure, and you desperately need some. You do know what this one does, right?
I'm not 100%. I probably should have asked.
Right. So when you level up and you select this power, this slot gets unlocked, and then you can equip 3 items. Which items, you ask, is one of the ones that are marked on your unlock power. So, for instance, if you chose unlock, now you're going to be able to equip either a blade or a gun on this slot. Does that make sense?
It does, yes. I'm trying to figure out if that's a better choice than what I've gone for.
I don't think so, because you don't have any defense. For right now, I would just stick with what you got.
Leave with this for now, okay.
Now let's go ahead
Um,
and discard those two monsters in the discard pile.
hang on, let's get the other one. Go on, come together.
I got you covered, man.
You got me sorted. Lovely. Okay.
Awesome. Perfect. So you haven't gotten ready yet, so let's get ready. You just leveled up. Just as a reminder, there's no cost to level up. It's other than the monsters that you just discarded. So it's not an action. It can be done anytime except in combat.
Okay. I'll stick with attack. I think that's going to take me up to the maximum attack level.
+4, +3, +3, +13. Yeah, you go to max.
Feels good. Okay.
All right, now you have 2 actions. It's your do something stage.
Let's keep exploring. See what we got.
Oh man, you gotta be kidding me.
So this is instant 5 damage. Is that correct?
Instant 5 damage. You must be the unluckiest player I've ever played with, man.
I
Oh
do
man,
like to push things to the
if there's
extreme.
something that we can do here. Hold on. Oh man, I wish there was something I could do.
Has this been set up on purpose?
You ran out of power drinks. You have no noodles.
No
Wow,
noodle.
you have your work cut out for you, man. I think that's it. You're
I think
dead.
I'm toasted.
You're toast.
Wow.
All right, so let's go over death, right? So you just got 5 damage, so you remove your last cube and you throw it back to the scrapyard.
So long, cube.
So long, cube. Your character is dead, and it goes back to the med bay.
Wow. Back we go.
The punishment for dying is not it's not the worst, but I mean it is punishment. You lose all of your equipped items. You don't lose your hand, you don't lose your levels, you just lose your equipped items, which in itself is already a bummer. And you also lose the rest of your turn. Here.
That has gone so well.
It has, man. I think we need some streak of luck over here. Oh man.
Who let me in this game?
Well, we're gonna have a talk for sure. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. It's my turn, so I'm going to do first. I'm going to get ready. So let me go ahead and get ready. I think I'm gonna get ready with shields again because I know better, right? +3, +3, +2, that is a +8. So I go back to minimum attack and I get 8 cubes, which don't mind if I do, mister. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Okay, got my 8 cubes. I'm a walking tank again. And that's it. That's my get ready phase. Now my do something phase, which is 2 actions. Action 1 is I'm activating the EMP. Let's look at our support card to see what the EMP does. So I can remove all drones in this room and adjacent rooms, up, down, left, and right. That's what I do. That's what I'm going to do. So my action is EMP the heck out of these guys, and you're toast. Action number 2, I'm going to, let me think. If I craft a bomb, this guy is going to come to disarm it. or this guy because they're too close. Ah, I think I know what I'll do. This is what I'll do, Steve. So I'm going to arm the bomb. When the drones come to try to disarm it, I'm going to use one of my cards that kills a drone, which is this one. There's my last one left. So I'll save it for the last possible moment. I'm not going to do it just now because otherwise Simon's going to go crazy and assemble the hell out of the production line, and it's going to upgrade again.
Right.
So I'm gonna wait for Simon to do its turn, and whenever somebody comes to get my bomb, I'm just gonna kill them. It's a risk we're gonna have to take. So I'm gonna discard this one. Actually, no. I'm gonna discard this one, and this one. So by discarding one blade, one gun, and one tool, I get to assemble one bomb. Let's go over bomb assembly or crafting and arming the bomb. So I just discarded the necessary amount of cards to arm a bomb. So what I do is craft a bomb and put it inside of the fusion core room that I'm arming it in. Also, in addition to that, I need to put 3 cubes of my own stash on top of the bomb, and this is going to be our fuse. Got it?
Yes.
So next turn that you do, the next beginning of your turn, you're going to remove one. The next beginning of my turn, I'm going to remove one. In the next beginning of your turn, you're going to remove the last one, and kaboom. So this is how the bomb works. These cubes are for countdown purposes. As a reminder, the drones can disarm a bomb if it has 2 or more cubes. So right now, it's highly disarmable, but hopefully we can counter the drones starting to come in. That's it, man. That's my turn. And now it's Simon. So Simon first is going to assemble. So grab one of those pesky drones, put it in the assembly line. Okay. Explore. So those two, we only have 2 on the board. So those 2 are going to move and explore. So this one is going to move here. This one is going to move here. So let's go ahead and explore more here. Okay. Whoops. Not the whole stack. All right. So next, we disarm. Disarm means one drone that is in range of a bomb. In range means 3. This drone is in range. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to move towards the bomb and disarm it. But I'm going to kill it the moment it enters the room. How? I'm going to discard this one.
Is it only with the correct card that you can kill a drone?
No, you could kill a drone before they act. But in terms of instant kill, only with noodles.
Right.
We can kill drones with skills, but we can only do that during our own turns. You can kill, and I think I can move. I can move drones around.
Oh, yeah.
But again, only on our own turns, and we spend one action doing that.
Okay.
The only way to really instantly kill a drone is by discarding this acid thigh noodle. Came in handy. Okay, so the drone is dead, and because I have the power to kill two drones, I'm going to kill two drones. Okay, so we were able to deflect the disarming the bomb for this turn. We're not going to be able to do it again unless we have another of these cards. So we need to strategize how to get out of this situation now. All right, man, your turn.
So, is it worth my while to join you at the bomb to start defusing it?
You don't have to. No, you don't have to diffuse in place. Actually, the first part of your turn is TikTok, which if there's a bomb armed anywhere on the board, you
Oh,
remove one. Right?
that's correct.
Uh,
Yes. Right.
it's pretty much a clock, and the time runs out after three turns.
Here we are.
Also, you need to spend um, this TikTok costs no action. It's just like time running, kind of time running, right, for the bomb to kind of go off.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have to get ready.
Okay, let's have a look. I feel like I've been getting ready for attack every time, and I've
Indeed,
had a real booting. So let's choose a weapon first. So at least we've got a weapon on. But I think I'm going to try and have some defense this time.
okay. So one of your actions, because you were just dead a minute ago, one of your actions is going to be to revive. Reviving can only be done at the med bay, which that's where you are, and you
Yeah.
can get 3 cubes for free from the stash.
Okay.
But you do spend one action doing that.
Right. Part of the punishment for getting myself dead.
True.
Oh, let's do one at a time.
And if you click with the right button, I think you can grab more than one. So click one with the left button, and then the next one's with the right one. There you go.
Got you. Got you.
Multi-grab.
Learning new tricks every day.
New tricks every day. Yes. Okay, so you have the 3 cubes, and now you can do the rest of your turn.
So if I choose defense now and I can add the
You
+2, is
add
that right?
2 more. Yes.
Yes. See if I can go and use the new trick I've learned. Did I get 2 there?
Nope, you just got one.
I have not learned well. Right. I feel better defended.
Sure
Okay.
are.
So
Now you have one action. So
one option.
your movements are kind of limited because you can only move one.
I think I'll just head down here so I've got a couple of options and I can find certain death one way or the other.
Well, certainly your brief history with all humans are dead certainly points to that, Steve. I'm sorry.
This human will be dead.
I hope that doesn't. I hope that doesn't convince you never to play again, because I'm having a lot of fun, even though you're probably regretting the minute you agreed to this game, right?
The next time it can only possibly get better.
That is true. That's a great outlook on life, man. If you hit the bottom of the barrel, there can only be one way out, right?
Just climb up that barrel.
Climbing out. Yeah. All right. So my turn. I do a TikTok again. So now this bomb just became non-disarmable. Is that even a word?
It is now.
No, it is now. You're right. And I'll get ready. I think I'm gonna get my combat ready. Attack power. So 3 + 6 + 2 That is 9, the 11, plus 2, 13. I'm in pretty good shape. And because I have teleportation powers granted by my wormhole ability, I'm going to move here and get out of the harm's way. And while I do so, I'm going to grab my 2 loots. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
seriously, I got infected. Okay, so infected items need to be equipped immediately, and any slot cannot be unequipped. And from now on, I cannot use power drinks anymore. But I do have this card that I could use and get rid of my infected item. I'm not going to though because noodles can also be used in crafting recipes.
Okay.
So, and I don't. It's not like I have a lot of power drinks uh, on me anyway, right? So I couldn't use power drinks even if I wanted to. Let's just put it this way.
Yeah.
So let's leave the infected item there. I don't mind a fever from time to time. So let's just get it over with. That's my action number 1. I already cleared the room. And my action number 2 is going to be what? Let me think. We need to explore. We need to explore and find the other fusion rooms to blow up. So let's do just that. Yeah, just another helipad. No biggie. All right, so I'm I'm done with my actions. Your turn, Steve.
Okay. Oh, is it me or is it Simon?
Oh, it's Simon. You're right. Thanks for being an honest player. So let's assemble.
I'm only delaying the inevitable before I run into more trouble.
Yes. Yeah, we assemble one, and then we would explore, but there are no drones to explore, so it's going to assemble again and level up. All right, that's we're going to go here. Whoops. All right, they're there, assembled. S.I.M.O.N levels up. We're not allowed to use the new command just yet, but we are allowed to disarm. So one drone in range is going to walk towards an armed bomb. 1, 2, 3. In an attempt to disarm it, but bombs with less than 2 cubes can no longer be disarmed. It's just too late. So the drone's going to stay there until the bomb explodes and then get blown up with it. So that's it for Simon. Next turn, Simon's going to start replicating.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, speeding up. All right, so now it's your turn. The first thing you do, please do the honors of TikToking this bomb into oblivion.
Here we go.
All right, the bomb gets removed, the room gets removed, and the drone is dead. Where's Simon? I like to put the rooms on top of the Simon card to indicate that we're 1 out of 3 victory. And that's it. That's the TikTok stage. Now you get ready, and then you do something.
Okay, I think I will stick with my defense this time.
Yep, I agree. So grab 2 cubes.
So do the 2 cubes add on to the 5 I've already got?
Yes, add 2 more cubes.
Didn't realize that.
Add 2 more cubes. There you go. How,
Okay.
how, how many in total do you have? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 defense.
Feels
All
a
right.
bit more
Do,
secure. Let's
yeah.
see what horrors I find this time. We'll go this direction.
Oh, there you are. You found a lab.
Oh, oh, there we go. Okay.
Now you go in, and the lab has a special ability of allowing additional crafting recipes and also allowing you to equip and unequip implants. Neither of us have any implants in our inventory, so it's not going to be very helpful right now.
Okay.
And the recipes that the lab can allow us in this crafting card, they are pretty much to remove additional drones from the board and to walk Simon back and reverse one of its upgrades. It's very costly though, and I don't think either of us have the necessary cards.
No, haven't got much at the moment.
Yeah, so I don't think we can do either of those special actions anyway. So we can think of ways to explode this room. Um, Between the two of us, we do have the necessary materials for a regular bomb. So you have a gun, I have a blade, and a tool. So if we join all of the 3 cards, we could craft one bomb. But you can only give me one of your cards if we're in the same room together. So
Oh,
don't
yes.
worry about it. I'll come to you because I can teleport.
Okay.
And what you could do is just stay still and stay in that room, or just walk out, and I'll meet you wherever you are.
I'll hang fire where I am because nothing's happening to me at the minute.
Okay. It's my turn. No bomb to TikTok. Nothing to get prepared or ready for, other than, um, you know what? One can never have too many defense cubes. So I'm going to get 8 more. One. What? Where am I? All right, go. All right, prepare defense. Do something. Action number 1, I'm going to teleport to you. Give me your card.
Here we go.
Action number 2, I'm going to craft the bombaroo. Bombs away. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, let me see if I'm going to get disarmed. I think I will. Yeah, if we craft it now, we're going to get disarmed for sure because I have no other counteroffensives against these 3 drones here.
All right.
Um, yeah, I'll just stay in here, and you have a skill that kills drones, right?
Let's have a look. I can remove one that's in the room.
Okay. So I have an idea. I'm gonna teleport you now.
Okay.
What do you think?
Send me off.
I'm gonna teleport you into the wolf's den, and then you start killing away on your turn. Right now, you're not gonna be able to do it. Wait a minute. Simon's gonna move. Well, what else can we do? If I teleport you here, that was my plan. Let me just play
Mhm.
it out, and you tell me what you think. My plan was I would teleport you here right now, and that will be the end of my turn. And then it's going to be Simon. Simon's going to explore. So 2 of these 3 drones, they're going to be gone anyway. Uh, New rooms are going to be revealed here, or here, or here. Um, and then it's going to explore again because there is no bomb to disarm. So let's say that three of the of these blocks will be filled out with rooms. You're gonna be left in this dead end room here with probably just one drone for you to kill. So I'm not so sure anymore if that's the best strategy. Um, I don't know what else to do though.
Let's do that and just see how it pans out.
Okay, so you're right
Let's
where
go
you
for it.
are. So let's go, Simon. Then go ahead and help me with the assembly, Steve, please. All right, we assemble one. And now let's go ahead and explore two. One here, one here. Okay, two explore. Disarm. There are no bombs to be disarmed, so we're gonna explore one again. So let's say that we explore this one more time. And now replicate. Let me read you the iconography for the replicate. So the command is one drone in range will move up to 3 towards a S.I.M.O.N brain, and inside that room is going to replicate. We're going to add one more drone in that room. If there are no drones in range of a S.I.M.O.N brain, we're going to assemble once more. So there's one drone in. Actually, there are two drones in range of the S.I.M.O.N brain. This one and this one. We might just use this one for convenience, and then add one more drone here, Steve, please.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that's it. That's Simon's turn, and now it's you.
Right then. I'm going to stick with defense before I do anything else.
Yeah.
So another 2 cubes. There we go. And then the first action will be to remove a drone.
Okay.
So I'm assuming we can just take this out.
Yes.
And be done. And then, I mean, I'm not going to get much done here, so I'm assuming it might be an idea just to kind of move here.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's me done, waiting to see where to go next.
Yeah. You know what we need? We're running out of stuff to craft.
Yeah.
So we need to start grabbing some more loot. So that's another side benefit of exploring more rooms as well. So
Sure.
I think we might not be able to blow up the lab just yet, because if I put a bomb right now, these guys are going to come in and disarm my bomb. 1, 2, 3. So it's a deal breaker for now. So let's just continue exploring and grabbing loot until we have enough uh, stuff to arm bombs and, I don't know, call airstrikes or whatever. In the meantime, hope for Simon not to evolve too much. All right, so my turn is I am going to get ready. I'm just going to prepare attack this time. So I have 13. I am going to teleport over here to grab the loot. And I grab the loot, to loot. Okay, I got a machine gun, submachine gun, and I got a noodle that opens doors. Ignore locked doors this turn. And submachine gun. Nothing special. And then I'm going to teleport. Where? Ah, I'm just gonna walk. Start walking instead of teleporting everywhere. Oh, more loot. Good. That's exactly what I need. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Pointy stick.
Always useful.
Always useful. Well, and there's a rune axe with intimidate, so it increases my speed, which is handy in combat, but I have nowhere to equip that in. Let me think. This is a blade, so let me put it over here. I have 2 tools, 2 guns, and 2 blades. With 4 of anything, and I can even use my own tools, I can create a short fuse bomb. I think that's the strategy. Take a look, Steve. Second from the top.
Okay.
Crafting a short fuse bomb requires 4 of a kind, so 4 tools or 4 blades or 4 guns. And the difference is that instead of adding 3 shields or 3 cubes on top of the bomb, I'm only going to add 1, which makes the bomb already non-disarmable to begin with, and then it just explodes right on the next turn. So I think that's the path to blowing up the lab.
Okay.
That's my turn. So let's go to Simon. Let's assemble one. Steve for the win.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was a bit distracted looking at the instruction cards for a moment. Here we go.
All right, and now let's explore. So 2 drones are gonna just explore away. Let's say this one goes here and this one goes here. Oh, that's bad.
Usually me doing that kind of thing.
Well, let me explore the second one, and then we're gonna deal with the S.I.M.O.N room. Right. So the S.I.M.O.N brain room was reviewed, which is what the drones intended in the first place. So when that happens, we stop everything. We stop Simon's actions, and we go over the brain room's consequences. First, advance 1 S.I.M.O.N upgrade. Boom. So S.I.M.O.N is 1 point or 1 upgrade level to win the game, and we're still not even halfway there. Deploy all drones from the assembly line into the revealed room. So 2 come here. Here. 3, we do remove all cleared tokens from the board. Now our map is reactivated. All of our inactive rooms become active again. Which has its pros and cons. 4, uplifted walking into this room loses the rest of their turn. There are no uplifted walking in, so nobody loses anything, and there's no devolving. All right, so Simon is pretty much almost done with us. So now that the brain has been reviewed, Simon loses the rest of its turn, and now it's you.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. I feel happy with my defense at the moment, so we'll pop back into the attack. Um, where are we at? So we'll go +2, +5, +9. That takes me to 12. Am I anywhere near 12? Okay. Options. Now, in this instance, we've
Oh, we forgot to
got
remove
some.
this. Yeah, we forgot to remove
Oh,
this
yeah, I
one.
was hiding one.
Yeah.
In this instance, everything's back in place. So these loot tiles, we could go there to get more loot again, couldn't we?
Yes, that's the idea.
Or continue to.
Or continue revealing more new stuff.
Yeah.
Correct. Which we do need anyway because we're still missing one green room. We cannot
Right.
win with two, so we need to only review one more, and then we try to explode that one.
Okay. I'll make
That's two actions. Yes.
two moves. Bring
Okay.
us over here. In these kinds of instances, is it better to just kind of turn this so it's
I
sort
think
of
so.
yeah.
That's definitely makes sense. Wall to
Right.
wall, right?
Okay,
Wall,
that's me done.
wall, wall. Okay, so my turn is going to be. I'm going to pop in here. So that's, oops, I need to prepare first. My prepare is attack again. So go back to 13. My do something now, it's going to be turn number or action number 1. I'm going to teleport into the lab. Oh, wait a minute. Let me walk back if you don't mind. I want to prepare something different. I'm going to unequip all of my items because I'm going to have to use them to craft the bomb anyway. So when I prepare attack, I only prepare +3. You see what I'm doing, right?
I can see it. I see the plan.
All right. So the plan then is now that I prepared and unequipped a bunch of things, I go into the lab, teleporting into it. That's action number 1. And action number 2, I'm going to discard 4 of a kind, the 4 tools. And that's going to give me a short fuse bomb that the drones are not going to be able to disarm. On the other hand, I'm going to die, but that was a planned death. So I'm going to be happy in reviving at the med bay next turn. That's it, man. That's my turn. So
Okay.
now S.I.M.O.N, let's go to S.I.M.O.N. Let's assemble one drone here. This is where it starts to get real. So 1 assemble. Now we're going to explore 2. We have drones here, drones here. Let's just explore 2 here. One here. One here. Okay, so I also forgot to say the rooms with the red frame around it, they are impenetrable to the drones. That's the only room that the drone cannot go in, but it can still reveal it. So when it does, you bounces right back to the room it came from.
Right.
This is a sweet room to be in. Lots of loot.
Yeah, looks tasty.
It is tasty. All right, so that's action number 2. Action number 3 is disarm. Let me see if there is a bomb in range. This one can go 1, 2, 3. Yes, so there is one bomb in range. It's just not possible to disarm it, but it doesn't stop the drone from trying. And 1 replicate. So let's go ahead and have one of these guys replicate. This is going to be this one. Go ahead and add one drone here, Steve, please.
Here he comes.
And finally, hack and slash. One drone that's closest to one of us is going to move towards our characters and start bashing us
Oh boy.
with a scissor or something. So it walks three. One, two, three, and it takes five out of my shields. One. It's almost like a walking turret. Five.
So when you've got two players at the same kind of distance away from the drone in that instance, is it just...
Yeah, you were actually farther because remember the red rooms are impenetrable.
Yes.
So
Right.
the drone will have to do all of this to get to you.
Yeah.
So I was closest in this case. And the drones don't walk diagonally, they just walk orthogonally. So up, down, left, and right.
Yeah.
It couldn't get through this barrier anyway. So that's why it got to me. Make sense?
Got it.
All right. So I took the hit, and that's it. That's Simon's turn. And now it's you.
So in this instance, we've got to take away the cube.
TikTok, and we're all dead. So let's get rid of the bomb, the drones, and Wendy. Wendy is dead. That would be a nice title for like a TV show, like a series, right? Chapter 25, Wendy's dead.
Not just me in this game then.
Yeah. All right, so my items are lost, so I even lose my infection. That's a side effect of being dead. You're no longer infected, and that's it. That's the TikTok. Right now, you still have to get ready and get to actions.
Okay. Where are we at? Defense is still good, so I think I'll keep my attack where it is for the time being.
Okay.
Let's move. Which way am I going to go? Right.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Pick a way, and then go the other way.
Okay.
I know it's probably like 1 a.m. where you are, Steve, but that doesn't stop me from cracking jokes, man. I'm sorry.
We're going to go this way. It's going to be safe.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
It's just a harmless corridor.
You see, we all knew all along. We're going to be fine. There's nothing to worry about.
All right. Yeah, all peaceful in the front. Few indeed. All right, so you're done. Now I was dead, so I lost a bunch of my shields here. I revive with 3. That's what I get for being a patriot and wanting to save humanity, even though I'm not a human. That's fine. All right, so I only have one action. And with that one action, I think I'm going to just go for the grabs and teleport here. Let me see if I have space to hold more stuff. Oh, yeah, I have plenty of space. So I got 1, 2, 3. Oh, man, come on. Really? I got blocked from arming bombs, Steve.
Oh, this is some fun.
You're going to have to do it, man. Sorry.
Too much pressure.
Glass shard. Okay, well, that's what I get. Let me clear this room. I'm going to blame it on greed. That's it. That's my turn. Simon. Steve, please help me assemble one.
Here he comes. Where are we at?
Oh, yeah. Look, I was looking at my cards. Nobody helped me. Nobody helped me. Nobody gave me a tip. Nobody is kind of whispering in my ears what I should do. But I do have this item here, which gets me free from infections. So I'm going to use it. Not because I don't trust you to arm the bomb, Steve. It's just, you know,
Two
just
minds are better than one.
just to be safe. Nice. Okay, so all right, thanks, our buddy Andre, the admin to this to this streaming. He gave me the tip, so I can't claim full credit for that. Where were we? I forgot.
We
Oh, Simon.
were
Right. Simon and
Simon.
one. Now we're gonna explore. All right, Steve. Why don't you pick the exploration sites this time?
We go that way and that way.
All right. Fair enough. One is a monster, and one is a corridor. Now, disarm, there are no bombs, so one more is going to explore. So we're going to have a third explorer. You pick the site.
We'll pop them here.
Okay. And now we have replicate. So we're going to add one more drone here.
There he is.
And finally, hack and slash. One of us is going to be unlucky to receive the blow. And it's not going to be me this time because I'm inside a no drone zone. So it's going to have to be you. So let's see if they can actually reach you. 1, 2, 3. No. Nobody can reach either of us. In that case, when hack and slash cannot be activated, we're going to replicate one more. So do one more replicate here. Okay. All right. So that's Simon. Now it's Steve.
Right then. We'll stick with attack for this turn, and we're going to have a bit more of a wander around. Okay. Still fairly quiet over in this section. Let's do one more.
Oh.
Well.
I guess
this is good news.
This is not good news, man. This means we are dead, and all humans are dead too.
It was too quiet over here. I should have known.
It was too quiet. Yeah, it was suspiciously quiet, I would say. All right, so that I guess that's a wrap. What would happen if you hadn't reviewed that would be, let me see what was in. Oh man, we were almost there.
No.
If you hadn't picked this one, the drones will probably have explored it on their next turn. So we would only have one more turn to blow it up, and I'm not sure if we could because we don't have the materials. We would have to do some more loot collecting before we could even attempt. Well, the factory is a handy room because it allows you to go through the discard piles and pick some cards. So we could kind of milk and we can literally farm the factory to get some cards and expedite the process. But honestly, I don't think we would be able to because of how advanced S.I.M.O.N was already. Okay, Steve. So I want to get your impression. I know this was your first time playing, and you were so generous of donating these last what nearly 2 hours and a half to this streaming, and I had a lot of fun playing with you. I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. I have really enjoyed it. This is my very first time playing a full game on TTS as well. So I've learned your game and I've learned Tabletop Simulator all in one night. So I have lots of new skills. Um, I've really enjoyed learning so many different strategies in one game. I can already feel myself looking back and thinking, should have went for more loot. Really, I can kind of see some of the choices that went wrong going through the game. Yeah, fantastic game, guys.
Thanks. Um, if I may ask, what did you find? I mean, I know that you're new to the hobby and you've been like exploring the world of board games. But in the time, I mean, in the time that you have been um, playing different titles in navigating and discovering like different mechanics, what stands out to you? What was the most unique mechanic in this particular game that resonated with like with something that you like or you hate, but it's definitely unique to this game?
The defense and attack mechanic is quite different. I also didn't realize that you can add on to your defense as you go. So it's an interesting choice between being ready to attack whatever kind of monster comes, but also making sure you've got the correct levels of defense. Certainly found that a very interesting choice for every round. The fact that can reset every round as well. S.I.M.O.N's quite challenging. It's interesting having an AI that develops. I've been used to playing, for example, Horrified or Alien Fate of Nostromo, which has an AI enemy, but it doesn't change, it doesn't alter. So it's quite fascinating having S.I.M.O.N become more and more dangerous as the game goes on. That's a first for me as well.
Nice, that's lovely. I love to hear that. Took me took me a while to actually fine tune the AI mechanics, and of course, I'm always like trying to find ways. This is pretty much the final version that we're going to release later this year on Kickstarter. For people watching this, whatever you, I mean, I don't know exactly when people are going to watch this. I'm assuming this is going to go up on this thing called the internet, and people might watch it at some point later in the future. But we're planning for later in 2024, fourth quarter 2024 for the Kickstarter release. So I would love for people to send comments and subscribe to the channel and send us their feedback, their comments, their remarks, uh, praises, and also thrown at my game. It's also fine. I mean, as long as people are engaging and responding to it. Steve, I love having you here. It's been super fun and playing this game, even though we got completely devastated and obliterated. I really enjoyed dying alongside a friend. So thank
I
you so
take
much for joining me.
I take no blame at all for what happened.
Too late. You're contractually obligated to take blame.
It isn't on me.
All right, my friend. I will see you next time.
Thank you very much for your
Thank you,
time. I
everybody.
enjoyed it.
Thanks for watching.